Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here, JJ. I have raised at Suzuka that I want to comment on it. This is the combination I used 120 AI dry, and I only did 5% this time at 9 o'clock in the night. And for some reason, despite being 120, the AI was still pretty weak. When I started the race, I thought the difficulty was wrong. Maybe I had it low. I went back and checked, it was 120. I've not changed anything here, so I'm going on the replay. So we're going to start the race. So at the beginning, when I started, the AI for some reason doesn't know what they are doing. They're wanting to crash into each other. They kept doing that every time I played on this track with this car. So I tried to gain as much space as I can. I went to the outside. The AI was pretty weak in the first lap. And something I realized about the AI that in this track they were taking a totally different racing line that I will take. So that kind of made them slow. And sometimes they left the inside open for some people to come. And they brake so early than me for some reason, despite being 120. I was gaining positions. I think I was now in P10, in the first lap, P10. I had a bad exit here. Slowly I started catching them up. I think I went to the outside. Yeah, I went to the outside. Here I was probably a little bit optimistic. So if I didn't stop, I went wide. So here I was thinking of going to the outside, but again there was not space there. For some reason the AI can do this corner flat out. So I was way much faster than them. So in that corner when I was with the AI, I had to lift off the throttle. So I'm coming behind, I'm holding the slipstream. I went to the outside, I think. Yeah, I passed them. Although I went wide, a little bit wide. I think at this point of the race I was P6. So I was starting to catch up. That Audi, I think it is an Audi. Yeah, it is an Audi. Here the Audi had a poor exit. I broke a little bit early, so I didn't take him out of the race. And I think I tried to overtake here, but I couldn't. So we go on top of the hairpin. I brake on the outside. The AI suddenly moved during braking. I didn't understand that. The AI didn't see me there, or either it's part of the program. Sometimes we do that, but this time it caught me off guard. Here I went to the outside, a little bit optimistic again. So I gave him back the position, but I was going to pass him anyway. So I was in the inside, and he started gaining back on me, but I turned a little bit later so that the AI won't try to go on the outside. So here, I think this is the fight for P1. And again, this is, I think, in 3 laps. I shouldn't have went in the inside there. But I think this was the 3rd lap or 2nd lap. And I was now fighting for P1. Well, yeah, P1 is in front, but yeah. So here the AI has a really bad racing line, this track. So I went on the outside. I left him a little bit of gap so that I don't crash into him. So from here on, it was just free air. I lock up a little bit there, but that didn't really give me a disadvantage. So I've played around this track before this specific race, and for some reason, despite the game saying the race will last, I think 5 laps or 4 laps, I put that amount of fuel, and sometimes I couldn't make it to the finish line. I'll literally stop before the checkered flag, before the start line. So for this race, I had an extra lap of fuel, but I realized that I wouldn't make it. So this moment that I went wide, I was checking if how much fuel I had. I got distracted, and I realized that I wouldn't make it to the finish line. So while I was in this corner, the gap between P1, me, and the gap between P2, who was behind, was starting to close up because I was lifting and coasting and some mistake there. So since I knew I wasn't going to make it till the checkered flag, I decided to do a risky strategy. So basically, I completely stopped the car. I didn't try to push. In fact, I tried to start a fight between me and the AI so that when I cross the line, it will be on zero. Because if I pass the line, if I pass the start finish line before the time runs out, I had to do an extra lap, which if I did an extra lap, my car wouldn't see the checkered flag. At this point, I was trying to stop the AI. In fact, here I think I parked. I learned from the best, of course. So I think this is P2. I'm the one out front. So we are going to be on the P2 camera on board. So as you can see, P2 is closing the gap to me. Here I had a good exit compared to the AI. But still the AI is cutting down on me because I wanted to stop the AI, because if the AI passed the start finish line, that means I have to do one extra lap, and I didn't have the fuel for that. Here the AI went for the gap, which I didn't expect that. It was really surprising. So now I'm behind, and I realized that I had a better exit and my top speed was higher. So in this corner, the AI didn't take it flat out, so I take it flat out. And what I did here, I don't know if it was fair or unfair, but I went into the inside, parked the car there, and maybe pushed the AI wide, so that by the time I crossed the line, the time has run out. So no one will do an extra lap, and at this point, I just saw a checkered flag and I ended P1. So we're going to look the replay at it from the television camera. The AI went for the gap in the inside, but despite that, I had a better exit. I had the slipstream. I'm coming behind. They doesn't go that fast in this corner. And then I went for the inside, and then I parked the car so that my time wouldn't run. And by the time I go to the checkered flag, I had not to do another lap. All that I'm doing to myself was that a good idea, or was it a dirty move by me? Is it something that you people will do even if you played online with the AI, of trying to slow down to save fuel, and to the point you fight the AI and completely stop on the apex of some corners? Do you think that's a fair move or not a fair move? Thank you for watching this video.